you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on another team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mountaineers offense will take the first swing of the game. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Give to the running back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Mountaineers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Makes a move. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will have its first possession of the game. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. To the air, it's Morton. He's got it on the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going to get the first. I'm going to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Fox. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Gonna swing it on second down. Makes the catch. It's Bray. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The sure hands, it's Gallagher. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. That's caught. It's Bray. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Yeah, the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and give me positive yards most of the time.
The Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Barnes. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
And the Mountaineers are on the move. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Gallagher. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gallagher. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
Now, fourth down.
And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Morton. Got it in the middle, it's Eakin. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Eakin.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Tight end now in motion. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense
Racing down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Brings up second down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Off play action. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Back to pass, it's Morton. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
And the Red Raiders, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Virgil. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over. First and 10.
To the air on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage, what do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Second down coming up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, this defense is used to seeing this fullback just slam up on in there trying to block people. Now you release him out of the backfield to see if you can catch the defense off guard.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. A full dive to haul that one in.
Oh, that is a sensational individual effort. Did you see how he dove and completely stretched out? The fact that he was able to reel that in is just unbelievable. I don't even think the head coach or quarterback can believe he was able to make that diving catch.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Third down coming up.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. Pocket breaking down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And this offense now, it's decision time. Man, they've put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Runs through a tackle. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Morton. Takes the easy completion. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Sweet cut there.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The Red Raiders are on the move. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Eakin. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Morton. Fires into the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Going for 6. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after after him. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Barnes. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Catch in the middle. It's Gallagher. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB is really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll immediately call timeout. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Red pass, it's complete. At the 40, there he goes. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
The Mountaineers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Pulls it in. It's Gallagher. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. He'll set up to throw. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got a man. It's Vaughn. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. They've already put one field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Never a doubt.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's take the old country roads on our way back to Mountaineer Field.
And the Mountaineers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Nice move there. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Brings up second down.
And now on second down for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Pass to Stix, and he may get more. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Carter. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
He's open on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Just keep slinging it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the stomping has commenced. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
West Virginia.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Got it behind the line. It's White. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Mountaineers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Plows through the defense. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Gallagher. Jumped on top of the pile.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Gallagher. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I love the defense. How about the physicality on that one? That's a tough route to defend, and he catches the football. But what does he do? He gets him on the ground right now. Good physical tackle. No yak on that catch.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
To kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The throw to the outside is complete. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of.
Hits the afterburners. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Power football with the run. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. To the air, it's Morton. He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He'll pull it on the read. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The inside handoff. Got a little space. There he goes. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a third down play. He'll go to the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Barnes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Here comes the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. With the catch, it's White. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Wants to throw again. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let them get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles and got him on the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Red Raiders! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The extra point.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
41, West Virginia, 9.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Gallagher. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean. And sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, West Virginia. Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. But man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Snags it quickly on the left. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. Grab behind the line. It's Eakin. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Second down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Nice move to keep running. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
And the Red Raiders are rolling down the field. Pass to Stix and still on his feet. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward, schematic.
Oh, he's got some space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Lining up for the PAT.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
The Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's great. Good job running that route to get past the Stix because he got nothing after the catch.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Nice move to pick up yardage. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll pull it down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.